This is going to be our next character, Zurg from Toy Story, our evil villain in space. We're even going to attempt to try to make his gun. So what we have over here, come on Drake, and let's show him. We have the basic part of his body up to about his waist in chicken wire. So we're going to take a big bowl, we're going to take some paper mache materials, and we're going to paper mache all the way up just to get a form. And then I think we're going to use either sheets, a purple sheet, or purple plastic tablecloth, right? That we're going to put over that, and that way we can get the bottom part. And then I got some ideas for the rest of it, which I think is going to be mostly foam. But let's get started and see how far we can get, okay? Here's Drake, my little assistant today, keeping me company and being my supervisor to make sure it's done right. How's it going there, Ronan? Good. Ronan's just playing around, practicing with the hot wire foam cutter. We're out here on the porch working on good old Zurg. Here's our toy Zurg, which is the perfect model. So I'm working on his arms. Haven't done the chest yet, and the bottom part was the paper mache project that I was doing with Drake earlier. I figured out the head. That's going to be a cone, and we're just going to cut it off and then make the top part. And then the gun's going to be pretty easy. Attaching it's not going to be, but I think I have an idea for that, and I just need to do this arm. So let me show you what I carved. This took about 2 hours, and so this is his, let's see, his left arm. Okay, so let's see, let me hold the toy next to it and focus, there we go. Pretty close. It's not perfect, but I still need to sand it down to make it nice and smooth, but it's pretty close. And then I've got this straight arm to go, and I've drawn it out on this piece of foam, and I will cut that out next, and then we just have to piece together his gun. I have a carpet roll, which will be perfect for these barrels, and then I think cardboard's going to be the rest of it, unless I have another piece of foam. And I have tubing from a clothes washer that I think will work for that, or I think I have some drainage piping. I think that'll work. It's nice and light. And then I'm going to strap it onto that wood piece over there. It's kind of dark. I don't know if you guys can see. Here, let me try. So here, now this is a little dark, sorry. But anyway, here's the paper mache that is pretty much done. I have to smooth it out a little bit, but the 4x4 sticks up, and so everything's going to be nailed together and supported that way. So that's how Zurg is going to be put together. And yeah, it's coming together. I just have to figure out the piece of the chest, his chest here. Not sure I'm gonna do that yet. I have more foam, but I'd rather not use it for that. I wanted to use it for the little green aliens, but I might have to just swap out a piece, but I will figure it out. Okay, more to come soon. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, Ronan.
Goodbye.
Okay, so here's Zurg's 2 arms. So let's see, the left arm has been carved and then sanded. And his little fingers go like that. And so if you look at both of them, they're pretty close. And I think I'm guessing on the proportions, so this is all freehand. But I think it's pretty close to the rest of his body. And then the right arm, minus the gun. So there's his grip on the gun handle, and then the shield, and then the rest of his arm. And then here's the toy. So left is the stick like a pipe or something in this part, and then the rest of the gun will be made out of mostly cardboard. And then I got an idea for the tube. That'll work. And it should be pretty light, but I'm going to have a piece of wood that's underneath it, I think. And I'm going to zip tie it on. It'll be all painted black so no one can see it. So there's the two arms, all done. Carving, that is, and sanding. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it with a brush. Just any color that I've got, doesn't matter, probably white. And then I could spray paint it. I actually have this purple. I think I have this red, and I know I have a silver and definitely a black. So of course you can't spray paint foam because it's just gonna dissolve it, melt it away. So we will paint it first. It'll dry in no time in this heat, and then we'll put the final layer on it. And then I got to get going on this chest here, and I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. So anyway, that's the next step. Okay, we got Zurg's chest and torso cut out. I just sanded it down, and I was trying to get these kind of like piping going on the looks like almost like a like hosing underneath his chest cavity. So I got that, I think, pretty close, or close enough. And so I sanded it down, and now I'm just giving it a coat of paint. Doesn't matter the color, because then I'm going to spray paint the purple that is the same color as the rest of them. But I got to paint them first so that the spray paint doesn't melt the foam. So the top part is not finished yet. There's actually a piece here. I haven't cut that yet, but at least I can get this down and then spray paint it and then get to the next part. Okay, Zurg's progress. Here he is. He's coming pretty good. Whoops, sorry. There's the sun. Let's see. Alright, get out of the sun. There we go. Okay, so he's propped up. He's actually sitting, and he's got some fishing line wrapped around his torso. I made him a little shorter. He was a little too tall, so I cut the paper mache down, and it's just a form so that I can put the purple tablecloth kind of just draped over for like his body, and then the wood is going to hold up his arms, and you know, just fishing line, strap that to the wood. Before I do that, though, I got to black out the wood so no one can see it. And yeah, he's coming along. This is just a piece of foam painted. This is just a black tablecloth hot glued down. He's got a little plastic piece that I had off of a paint can, painted for his little symbol. His eyes light up, and his head is funny. His head is made of a traffic cone that I cut down, and then the top part is foam. And let's see, I painted his eyes red, and then there's a plastic piece over it just to hold the lights in there. So yeah, he's pretty cool. Coming along nicely. I did make this part a little too big, like wide, but it's gonna be fine. It was hard cutting down that big piece of foam, and I was just kind of running out of time and didn't want to worry about that, so it's gonna look fine. So I have his gun to do, I have his back like cape thing, and then the back cape flowing down his back will just be a red tablecloth. So that's it. So he's coming along pretty nicely. I gotta get going on the gun, and we'll put them all together and show you guys what he looks like. Okay, we've got Zurg parts all over the yard. Here's his gun. I just spray painted it, and here's the top part. So there's 3 sections there. Those are carpet rolls, and the rest of it is just cardboard cut and then rolled into the various shapes. On the other side there's that dial. If I have time, I'll paint the little details around there, but there's the dial. And then this hose thing is just a plastic drainage. I spray painted that the same light gray, and it's supposed to come out like right here and then connect to his backpack unit, just like this. Here's the toy. So there's the dial, and then he holds on to it, and I'll have a PVC pipe in here connecting the whole gun, and then I'll just connect it to the back and then nail it to the back of them. So let me show you the rest of Zurg. I got projects all over the backyard, getting really close to finishing most of them. And so here's Zurg, and I've got his back kind of cape thing. This will be holding up his arms. I spray painted it black so you can't see the wood. And then it'll hide like the parts that's not connecting well. But yeah, he's coming along pretty good. I still have his arms on the ground because we're gonna prop him up, and then the gun will be connected. And then I think I'm gonna put like a strobe light in one of the gun barrels. I never used a strobe light before, but I think that would be appropriate. So it looks like it's shooting the balls out, just like the toy. And here, let me step back a little bit so you can see him. His his eyes light up. And so that's the progress on Zurg. And there's this little cape. I'm just gonna leave it like that way, so if the wind does blow it up, then it'll look kind of cool. Again, the arms will block like the part where it doesn't look like it's connected, but everything else looks pretty good. And then I've got this is just plastic tablecloth hot glued to him here, and then I got it blacked out on these sides so that you can't really tell that part. I could put more purple down there, but no one's really gonna see it, so I don't want to waste my purple tablecloth. So there we go.